Backyard show. I think that was one of my greatest launches, and it took a lot. I had to renovate the entire backyard at
Your
my
own
parents' home.
backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that a security issue? Did you have any stalkers or weird folks that showed up and
Not
were?
necessarily. It's funny when I had first said I was gonna do it, like telling my parents, everybody had like the antsy, like, damn, you gonna let everybody at the house? But it's like, bro, my whole life, everybody has been at my house. All the homies from school, all my parents' homes and shit. Like, we've always had like the party crib. So for me, it was like the people who are gonna come to this backyard is people who love and respect my art. So they're gonna treat me as such. And man, we went through renovations. It's funny because the day I thought to do it, the next day we started renovating, and I had the homies over and we started digging trenches, and we got video of that whole process. But when we finally got it done, we launched the first show on my mom's birthday. And it just was like hella cool. It was like a backyard kickback. And that was also the first show we did like the offer-based ticketing. And we didn't even have a platform built at that time. So we had to do it through Excel sheets. Me and Tieta had to go through offers every day and send emails and get like marking it green, marking it yellow, bidding. And it was just a whole process. But it was a really dope experience because we finally, not finally, because I did it a few times, but we created something really new and refreshing that we haven't seen in a culture that didn't exist, and it just gave us, it's a fucking apple tree. It's like once you grow it, you can eat from it every season. You don't have to worry about food. Like, I can go into my back. If I'm hurting, I can announce a show and say, it's in my backyard next week, and I'll be able to make some money to get back to where I need to be to do another. You feel me? Like, we grow our own apple tree. I can go in the backyard and pick an apple whenever I'm starving.
One thing that I think is really cool is the people that have the courage to just think, I think I can pull this off, and they just go for it. Because I think, especially the older you get in this world, there's definitely a feeling of like, come on, man, be real, or like, stay in these lines, don't color outside of the lines. And when you really think about it, like, everything is one giant experiment. And if the worst case scenario is that, oh shit, I lost, there's
Right?
there's not much of a downside. Like when you try these new ideas, or when you really, really go for it, because you're always gonna be able to learn something from it and apply it to the next time. And I think I really like how you're going about it, because life is meant to be in the field. Like, I think a lot of people that are unsatisfied in life find themselves on the bleachers, and they have in their heart a desire to be in the field, but they're not setting it up. They're not taking enough risks on themselves.
They're not willing to accept everything that comes with being in a field. And that's the thing. Life is like riding a fucking bike. It's like the only way you're able to learn how to ride a bike is if you're willing to fall, because that comes with learning to ride a bike. And a lot of people are like, I want to learn how to ride a bike, but I don't want to fall. And it's like, okay, well, you just never learn.
I think the first time I ever rode a bike without the training wheels, I went down my driveway, I went through, and then I crashed into the middle of the cul-de-sac. Like I think a girl was watching and cheering. I like lost track of the bike, and I just completely ate it. But it takes falling in the damn grass to be able to brush yourself off and eventually ride the bike
For you to
with
realize,
confidence.
like, oh, that fall didn't kill me. And then you get up and you get to ride harder because you're like, oh, the worst thing I'm going to do is fall. Great. I'm going to ride this bitch until I'm the best in the world. You feel me?
Was there ever a risk you took? You were like, I'm nervous about this one. Like, this one, I don't know about. Like, I'm excited, but holy shit, if this doesn't go to plan, I could be.
Mm, I have a really deep sense of knowing with everything I go after.
Your compass as well points in the
Tune.
right direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything I go after, I feel like it's going to be successful. I don't really go after anything that makes me feel like I don't think like I go after things that's big. That's like, man, I know it's a challenge, but never that I feel like it's unobtainable. But I don't feel like nothing is unobtainable. Like, I look at everything. The easiest way to eat an elephant is bit by bit, and I break everything down. When I built my backyard, we first built just the staging and the side barriers, and then after the first show, it was like, oh, we need to add bleachers. Then after that, it was like, oh, let's add lights. Oh, let's add sunshine. It's like we didn't do it all in one. We did it progressively. Just we took it bit by bit, and eventually we had a premier venue that people fly in from all over the world to visit.
One thing that I think a lot of, especially the younger they get, a lot of kids are feeling right now is they have this desire to blow up overnight. And I think that's actually a curse. And I think that's something that, I guess if you're a seasoned professional, you know that, I guess, just as much time as it takes to build the foundation is how long the house is going to hold up in a way. And you've seen it with some rappers, like the one that always comes to mind is the Designer Panda song, where like that took over the entire world for I don't know how many months. And then it's like, I don't know if anyone can name a second designer song, and nothing on him as an artist, but I don't think it's good for an artist to blow up so fast if they don't have a good foundation underneath. What's your take on the blown up overnight thing?